sing is Stars in the Moon from Jason Robert Brown's Songs for a New World. Our singers are Allison, Schenkler and Jena, Bastardo, the inseparable duo known in the media as musical theater's Alien vs. Predator.
Traits of any value but his smile. I met a man who had no yearn or claim to fame, who was content to let life pass him for a while. And I was sure that all I ever wanted was a life like the movie stars led. And he kissed me right here, and he said, I'll give you stars on the moon and a soul to guide you and a promise I'll never go. I'll give you hope to bring out all the life inside you and the strength that'll help you grow. I'll give you truth and a future that's 20 times better than any Hollywood plot. And I thought, you know, I'd rather have a yacht. I met a man who lived his life out on the road, who left a wife and kids in Portland on a whim. I met a man whose fire and passion always showed, who asked if I could spare a week to ride with him. I was sure that all I ever wanted was a life that was scripted and planned. And he said, but you don't understand. I'll give you stars on the moon and the open highway and the river beneath your feet. I'll give you days full of dreams if you travel my way, the summer you can't repeat. I'll give you nights full of passion and days of adventure, no strings, just warm summer rain. And I thought, you know, I'd rather have champagne. I met a man who had a fortune in the bank, who had retired at age 30, set for life. I met a man and didn't know which stars to thank, and then he asked one day if I could be his wife. And I looked up and all that I could think of was the life I had thought I would live. And I said to him, what will you give? I'll give you cars in a townhouse in Turtle Bay and a fur and a diamond ring. And we'll get married in Spain on my yacht today and we'll honeymoon in Beijing. And you'll meet stars at the parties I throw at my villa in Nice and Paris in June. And I thought, okay. And I took a breath, and I got my yacht. And the years went by, and it never changed, and never grew, and I never dreamed. And I woke one day, and I looked around, and I thought, my God, I'll never have the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out this evening. If you enjoyed the first annual Clark Musical Theater Cabaret, be sure to stop by in 1 year's time for the second annual Clark Musical Theater Cabaret. Also, our fall musical is going to be the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and the dates for that are November 11th, 12th, and 13th at 7 p.m., and then also November 14th at 2 p.m. So come out to that, that's going to be fantastic. Again, thanks a lot for coming out. We really loved having you all here. I will remind you again about the dead presidents in the back. Good night.